Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Napoleon and today we're back with another Enlisted video. Today we're going to be doing a guide on the Vickers Berthier, a British LMG in Enlisted. This video will cover the weapon, its history, and how you should use it in Enlisted. With that said, let's get started with the Vickers Berthier, but before we do, this video has been made possible for friends at Discord, meaning that if you haven't liked, subscribed, or joined the Discord, I highly suggest that you do. With that said, let's get started with the Vickers Berthier. The Vickers Berthier is a light machine gun manufactured by Vickers Armstrong, which was based on the French design just before World War I, intended to be used on aircraft. In 1925, Vickers and the British produced license rights for the production at their Claymore factory and is a replacement for the Lewis gun. It was alternate to the water-cooled Vickers machine gun of the same manufacturer. The weapon uses similar gas and tipping bolt mechanism to the Bren gun and also had a removable barrel that was air-cooled like the Bren. It was adopted by the British Indian Army in 1933, and during the British Army trials of several light machine guns, which began in 1932, which can also be found in my Bren video, it was a direct competitor to the Bren light machine gun. The British Army adopted the Bren, and the Vickers Berthier was adopted by the British Indian Army. A production time for the Vickers Berthier Mark III was established as the Ishpore Rifle Factory, and it was slightly heavier at 24 pounds than the Bren at 22 pounds. It was also slightly longer and harder to stow away. The Bren had a lower cylindrical rate of 5,000 rounds per minute, and the only major advantage of the weapon over the Bren was the far simpler design, since it could be produced more effectively. And that is actually it for both the history and the characteristics, since I wasn't able to find much on the Vickers Berthier. But that said, let's move on to the stats. In terms of the stats, the Vickers Berthier is chambered in 7.7mm, hit power of 12, reduction over time over distance at 12, 1.12, 10.8, 9.6, 8.4, 3.6, 1.2, and 0.1 at 10, 100, 300, 400, 600, and 1,000 meters with 1,500 meters at 0.1. Armor penetration is going to be exactly the same. Muzzle velocity is 760 meters per second. Rate of fire is 440. Reload time of 2.8. Vertical recoil of 31. Horizontal recoil of 17. 30 round magazine. Weight of 10.4 kilograms. Cartridge mass of 29.6. Fire modes of auto and semi-auto. That is the 1-star version of the Vickers Berthier, and let's move on to the 4-star version. The 4-star version as chambered in 7.7mm, hit power 13.2, 13.2 out of 10, 11.4, 11.9 at 100, 10.6 at 300, 9.2 at 400, 4 at 600, 1.3 at 1000, 0.1 at 1500. Muzzle velocity is 160 meters per second, rate of fire 480 shots per minute, reload time of 2.4, vertical recoil of 31, horizontal of 17, fast system of 30 round magazine, and weight of 10.4 kilograms. Mass cartridge mass of 29.6, fire modes are auto and semi-auto. And that's it, that is all it for the stats for the Vickers Berthier. Let's move on to the recap section. To recap the Vickers Berthier, the Vickers Berthier can be only used one way, and that is at long range. Use the Vickers Berthier as a sniper rifle, and the sights actually help you with that, considering that the fact that this is literally the machine gun sniper rifle that I like to use. This machine gun is very good at long range suppression fire, and it does really badly, surprisingly, at short range. In the sense that this is like fires slower than some semi-automatic rifles after the buff, of which you actually would rather use a fast-firing submachine gun or any other weapon than the Vickers Berthier, considering that the fact that the Vickers Berthier is a very slow firing, so that's going to be a big issue. Other than else, you're not going to be using it at close range because, like I said, this very slow fire rate, but the good damage does mean that you can be downing targets at close range if you decide to use it, albeit once again, any enemy with a brain and a good gun can just outmatch you in fire rate. Thankfully, it is in Allies Tunisia, meaning that Axis Tunisia doesn't have that much fire rate guns like the OVP, with that being an exception. So the Vickers Berthier is actually okay in close range, albeit I wouldn't once again use this thing at close range. Long range is the name of the game, of which this thing excels. Prop the thing down, brace the thing, and you're just gonna mow down entire enemies like a sniper rifle. And as a matter of fact, I would say this is actually better than a sniper rifle, considering the fact that not only is it accurate, but it's also pretty rapid firing 30 round magazine, which is actually pretty good. So once again, use this thing at long range, do not use it at short range. That said, this is all it for the Vickers Berthier. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord, and I'll see you in the next one. Now before you leave, I would like to thank you very much for watching this video. I would be honored if you could like and subscribe to the channel. Remember, more videos are coming out, so it is a good idea to click on that notification button. Anyways, have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.